Hey, I'm Professor Miles, and let's talk about how to realistically get a job in 2026 when it seems so hard. The economy seems like it's going down, right? But the economy is going up for certain corporations and businesses and industries. But when it comes to opportunities that we're used to having, especially as humans, when we're not AI literate, it seems like it's going away, it's being difficult. And I'm no different. I was about part of tech layoffs, LinkedIn, Google, so many different companies, Microsoft have really let go of tens of thousands of people. So you're seeing this white collar manager role being erased. And when I'm talking to people who are under the age of 30, coming out of college, or even specifically didn't even go to college, there's a lot of doubt, there's a lot of concern, and people aren't really sure how they can actually get a job. They're really lost at what to do, how to do it, how to go about it. And when I'm looking at advice, people are talking about resumes and cover letters. But most people who get wealthy, most people who take great advantage of opportunities, let me not say most, a good portion, right? And I want you to think like 30, 40% when I say a good portion, are getting jobs through government programs. Now, I'm sure when I say government programs, you're thinking Section 8, food stamps. I live in California. I'm in Manhattan Beach right now. It's gorgeous out here. But we have Medi-Cal, right? So that's like an insurance government service that people have. But I want you to go through the history real quick of government programs. I want to just talk briefly about it, and then I'll get to what government programs you should be looking for now in your state, in your community. And if you leave a comment below, I can talk to you directly because I live in Los Angeles and I'm providing this service for people who live in LA County, specifically on the south side of LA County in the Florence Firestone community. So I'm in the Florence Firestone community every day talking to people about how they can actually take advantage of government programs and opportunities that are specifically for employment, and they're focusing on career building, anti-AI employment opportunities. And this is not the first time that the economy has been in a place of concern. If you really think about it, 2008, we was in a place of concern. Under every single president, there's at least 1 year when we're like, the economy is tanking, the economy is going down. I mean, Barack Obama literally bailed out Ford and GM government program. You have the GI Bill of the 1940s government program. You have the Federal Housing Authority that provides an FHA loan for first-time home buyers to be able to help people pay down only 5 or 10 or percent on to be able to buy their first home, government program. And so these government programs exist to be able to help you. That's what the beauty of America is. That's how people get to the American dream when they think it's gone, it's dissipated. And I'm telling you, it's still here. And it just requires us to adapt to the specific government program that is available for our communities and our people. And I mean that by our communities and our people, I just mean non-rich people. So if you make $200,000, $300,000 and you lost your job, I'm not talking to you at all. I'm talking about people who value the opportunity to make $25, $30, $35 an hour. And they're like, that's great for me. To be able to get that part-time or full-time, that's great for you. Like, that's who I'm speaking to. If you're going to afford the apartments behind me here at Manhattan Beach, like, God bless you. But I'm not talking to you, right? I'm here because I want to see my goals, my dreams, my ambitions, and also there's nothing better than taking a walk by the beach. I live in LA. That's kind of the whole point for me personally. But when we're talking about professional access and opportunity, we want to talk about specifically the government programs of High Road Training Partnerships. Okay, HRTP. And High Road Training Partnerships are basically utilizing private foundations who are giving their money to the government, specifically looking at different government offices. For example, I'm working on a grant that is managed by Holly J. Mitchell, but not funded by Holly J. Mitchell, right? It's funded by, and that's a county supervisor for us in LA. A county supervisor is equivalent to a city council person, but on a county level. Okay, so if you live in Chicago, think like alderman. Okay, just for example, just for a comparison. And so what's happening is that she's managing it, and she has given this responsibility and some of the funds to different nonprofits to be able to help combat the Human Development Index. The Human Development Index is called HDI for short, and the HDI in South Los Angeles and East Los Angeles is under 4 out of 10. And that's a scale that's used to measure your health, your employment, and your education. For example, the Florence Firestone community that I work in has a 3.08 HDI, and the lowest in the county of Los Angeles is a 3.03, with Brentwood, Bel Air, Beverly Hills averaging an 8.3, 9.2. So for a point of comparison, you can just see how big that gap is without even understanding the data and the statistics that I know, because I have an academic background on focusing on human development, excellence, career building, and educational expertise, or educational excellence, I would say. And so we're focusing on high road training partnerships because they, one, will pay you throughout the training, or the training will be free. There's programs that are as short as 5 weeks. And one of the programs that I work with in culinary arts, focusing on helping people to become a prep cook, will allow you to be able to get hired at 90% rate when you complete and graduate their high road training program. So imagine you go through a 5-week program. Okay, let's say you interview for 3 weeks, because most interviews to get into a job or an opportunity or school takes a while, takes 3 weeks, right? You apply 1 week, you go to an orientation or an introduction or an informational 2nd week, then 3rd week, you're going into an actual interview, and then boom, if you make it past that, which has about 70% acceptance rate for the programs that I've been working with, you then have an opportunity to go through the 5-week program. You complete the 5-week program, and within 30 days, or basically over the 30 days after your 5-week program, you're sitting down interviewing with all the different employer partners that trust this certification and training. And that's what the government program looks like. So you're probably not getting a job because you're looking at jobs on Indeed, you're looking at jobs on LinkedIn, you're looking at jobs on Google, and you're just applying at will, praying to God, crossing your fingers, using your sage and your rocks, and hoping it's working out. And it's not. You've been doing it for months, and it's not working out. So you need to go into a government program and let the government facilitate your next employment opportunity. And if you want to use that forever, or you want to use that for a year just to be able to get baseline and then pursue other opportunities, my brothers and sisters, that is up to you. God bless you, and I hope you do great work. But if you see this video, this is your sign to look at the high road training partnerships in your state, in your city. And if you live in Los Angeles, comment below. We need to get in contact, because then I could work with you to help you get into these training programs, because this is what I do all day, every day. And just as a person who's a 3rd generation community service impact person, like, I've been making impact, my mom's making impact, my dad's been making impact, my grandma's been making impact, this 3rd generation social impact and change agent. I just feel compelled to inform as many people as possible. And I'm at the point where, yes, I'm canvassing and activating neighborhoods, but I also want to just activate every single person in the United States, because you can do this on your own in your own city. This is not unique to Los Angeles. Los Angeles is the biggest probably city as far as businesses that I can think of. Maybe New York or San Francisco can compare, but for the everyday blue-collar individual, you have a great opportunity for a government program and facilitation. It's not just the college graduates. And I got 2 degrees, and I'm like, they're offering jobs that pay. I told you what the pay range was, and I'll tell you, my pay is also in that pay range, and I have 2 degrees. You don't need to go to UPenn like I did to be able to make this type of money. All right? God bless you.